homogeneous technology developed in collaboration with, developed by the company Idea Forge, and under incubation of IIT Bombay, incubation scheme of IIT Bombay. With me here is the Chief Marketing Officer and alumni of IIT Bombay, Amardeep Singh, who's coming all the way from Bombay for this. This discussion and talk is aimed at a tribute to what they did for Uttrakhand in terms of actual rescue operations and being able to identify and save people, many people, I don't know the number. So, and you would have read about it in the newspapers. So, I thought it's appropriate that a right kind of tribute is given to them at IIT. And I'm happy they accepted the invitation and we could do this. We would also like to explore this opportunity to carry it further, because most of us live and work here in the NCR, that such similar man-made and natural disasters also would affect us, which I'll come to at a later point. So how do we prevent those? We are not very, everything's not hunky-dory in NCR either, and I'll go into the reasons why. Why our lifeline also is threatened and where they can possibly help. Okay. This is a photo shot from, should we dim the lights or? Yeah. This is a photo shot from our Habitat Resource Center, and I don't know how many people will identify it, but anyway, I'll go ahead and explain a bit. This is from the time when India used to be a golden bird, and this region was called Shahjahanabad. It's a walled city, and it's almost 150 years plus back. And this is recreated by two researchers from University of Bonn. You can see this area around here, which is the Red Fort. This cursor doesn't move on the thing. Okay. Those green patches are Chandni Chowk, what used to be also called the Moonlight Square. Today is not so identifiable on ground, and towards the river Yamuna is the Red Fort. And this is an example of why India used to be the golden bird and everybody would want to come and conquer us, because it's an excellent piece of engineering, technology, and also integrated with culture, prose, poetry. And it used to excel, and therefore we were known the world over. Right? In fact, just to give you some small examples, this Red Fort area used to have its own version of air conditioning running at that point of time. And also when you would have a darbar and this poet would compose his poetry or ghazal or whichever form. And if it was a hit, on the way back, people would assemble at Chandni Chowk and recite it back to him. So the response time was faster than what today's gizmos can do. So we were that culturally that superior at that point of time. Evidence shows. Another piece of, I don't have to explain you, engineering masterpiece actually implemented. We may create a lot of masterpieces in our minds, but to go ahead and implement it and draw attention from all over the world is a different ball game. When we come across innovations like this, and young engineers take the plunge, they take the risk, and they risk a lot of time, energy, effort, and make something useful and beautiful, it revives the hope that it's these set of young Indians which will make India regain its old lost glory. So we kind of view you that you take this forward and bring it someday to the level when we can document and show it to the next generation. Okay, I'm going to touch upon the subject which is most relevant to NCR later, once Amardeep is done, with his video on actual rescue operations of Uttrakhand and several applications. We in the Green Shakti Foundation, which is aligned with, has common objectives of India Habitat Center, are pretty concerned about improving quality of life right now at NCR, and hopefully it gets replicated. So that aspect I'll come to later. Now what I'm going to do is ask Amardeep to come in and start his show. Thank you, Zach. Good evening, everyone. Should we start with questions? Yeah. Thanks. I use this opportunity to also highlight quite a disaster that even we are sitting on in the NCR, and not be complacent about it anymore. While this issue gets discussed in India Habitat Center, we even do dances called Yamuna Sutra, where there is no river left. And Mr. Joseph Allen Stein, who designed and made the India Habitat Center in year 1999, I remember in the Stein Auditorium said, don't talk of riverfront development on Jamuna because there is no river, it's a sewer. It's a sewer. This is a shot of Upper Ganga Canal. This is about 45 minutes to 1 hour drive from here. And District Ghaziabad, also part of it cuts through NCR, Gautam Buddha Nagar. This is a branch canal where village children play around. That's a winter shot. You can see the water is blue-green. And I'm particularly showing this when some people might remember seeing Jamuna like this beginning of this century. And this is a Himalayan gift, okay? And this photograph I took near in Pontasar. This is the Himachal drainage of Jamuna. At Pontasar, the Himachal drainage and the Uttarakhand drainage, they confluence together. And Uttarakhand one is also equally blue and green. And right hand side you can see the shot at Kalindi Pond near the Okhla Bird Sanctuary. So when Jamuna enters Delhi, I have lots of studies on it. It is moderately polluted. Okay, at Wazirabad. And then at Wazirabad you have this Nazargarh drain coming in, and after that the whole thing boils chemically. You get hydrogen sulfide, methane. And the studies we have, they show presence of heavy metals, cadmium, nickel from our electronic waste, I suppose, arsenic, pesticides, and lead. So to cut it short, we also have on our team a leading hemato-oncologist. So he says with this situation, and Joseph Allen Stein declared it a sewer in 1999. This is 14th year running. So with this situation, it looks like we are chosen to fall sick and die 20 years before time. And we're also choosing to be the cancer capital of the world. 150 drains come and pollute the Jamuna. 5 big ones, Najabad starting, Shadra ending. And then we send these toxics to Vrindavan and Mathura and kill all the holy holy cows and the innocent children fall sick. And this is one reason that is coming out now more and more, is why our immunity systems have gone down, where we find so many people suddenly fall sick, not able to cope up after the rains. We do want some youngsters from here have volunteered and to do a pilot, low flight over the Yamuna as it enters Delhi, 10-20 meters, that's possible. To show how it enters and then how it gets polluted, maybe even traverse along some of the major drains, and then capture the points of pollution. The objective being, it's an elaborate exercise to engage citizens. So you can have these beautiful computer-based models, but I thought we'll stick to the real ones as well. Our IIT Delhi has a project on Delhi Drainage Master Plan. It's going to be on high-tech GIS. I don't want to show you 3D GIS, Geographical Information System. So it'll all show on the computer tonight. We do want to capture this also, superimpose, and I want people to reflect upon this situation. This disaster is also accumulating. So this is some thought I thought I should bring to your attention. Okay, I think now it will be open to questions